I do. I have. Yeah. I already have my number. Who are you trying to get a hold of? Oh, ACS.
Yeah, I saw it in the front picture.
Maddie's coming down with Jaden. Evan. Maddie's on it. Hello? Yeah, just saw it. They're like getting their I'm gonna go out to eat. I haven't gone in to grab it. I'm gonna go out to eat.
I just saw you in the corner of my eye, so I say hi, apologize. I'll talk to you later.
Friends, family, thank you, Van. Friends, family, teachers, school administrators, central office administrators and staff, school committee members, Chairwoman Foley, and most importantly, class of 2022, welcome to this year's graduation exercises. My name is Joel Jacobazzi, and I'm proud to serve as the principal of Watertown High School. What a great call on the weather, huh? We lucked out, so. Please stand if you are able for the national anthem. And at this time, I invite those students sharing multilingual welcomes to come forward to the front of the stage. seated. Watertown boasts a wonderfully rich and diverse population. Seated in front of me and standing next to me are pending graduates who come from many different cultures and countries and speak many languages, as you can see. Graduates, you can be seated. Soon to be graduates, you can be seated. Except for you stay standing. To celebrate the rich diversity of our community, I ask our bilingual students to welcome us to this great ceremony. And so we have quite a few languages. We will start with Portuguese. Come on up.
Bem-vindos à nossa formatura.
Spanish. Come on up. Spanish, Spanish, Spanish.
Bienvenidos a nuestra graduación.
Western Armenian.
Փարիե գաձակ մեր սրճանավարտ աշակերտներուն հանդիսության
Thai. Thai. Come on up.
ยินดีต้อนรับสู่งานรับใบประกาศนียบัตรของพวกเรา
Japanese.
私たちの卒業式に来ていただきありがとうございます。
Hindi.
आप सबका यहाँ हार्दिक स्वागत है।
Punjabi.
ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ-ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
Lunganda.
abasebole banyabo
tubaniriza graduation yaffe leero.
Hebrew.
Rohim Yaim.
Serbian.
Flawless, just the doshli.
Haitian Creole.
Bienvenue na graduação no dia.
Arabic.
مرحبا بكم في تخرجنا
Moroccan.
مرحبا بكم في الحفلة ديالنا.
French.
Bienvenue à notre remise de diplôme.
Pushtu.
Assalamu alaikum, زمون graduation تبخير علي.
Urdu.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, हमारी ग्रेजुएशन पे खुश आमदीद और आने का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Eastern Armenian.
Բարի գալուս մեր ավարտական։
Guamanian.
Hafarejan, buenas familias, todo.
Shona.
Sinoko gamuchira mese na kwego membero yedu.
And Bulgarian.
Добре дошли на моето завършване.
In English, welcome to our graduation ceremony. I'd now like to welcome to the podium Ms. Kendra Foley, Chairwoman of the Watertown School Committee.
That's a tough act to follow. Welcome, families, friends, educators, and most importantly, graduates. I am so happy to be with you today. 27 years ago, I sat in those same chairs on the same field with excitement, relief, hope, and anticipation. This is a special moment to celebrate your accomplishments, reflect on your past, and look ahead toward your future. You have finished your high school education. It's the end of one part of your life and the beginning of another. It's a new beginning filled with amazing opportunities in this next chapter. Every step it took for you to get to graduation was preparation for what is coming next. Whatever that might be for each of you will help shape the person you will become and the life you will create for yourself. I wish I could tell you that it will be easy, but it is not. There will be successes and there will be failures. You will have great adventures, and you will also know uncertainty and confusion. And that's okay, because you're ready. You are prepared. You're up for the challenge. I want to leave you with one thought. Through your ups and downs, your successes and your failures, your accomplishments and struggles, remember that you are surrounded by people who care about you and a community that believes in you. We are rooting for you to achieve happiness and success in this next big adventure of your lives. Congratulations, class of 2022, and good luck.
Thank you, Chairwoman Foley. It is my pleasure to invite to the podium the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Taylor Lambo.
Good evening. I'd like to begin by saying thank you to everyone that has given me and the rest of the class of 2022 the opportunity to be here today. To all of our teachers and staff at Watertown High School, thank you for showing us the utmost care and teaching us valuable lessons along the way. Thank you to all of the families that are here for us on this beautiful night. You have been a support system for all of us for the past 18 years, and for that, we thank you. And most importantly, I would like to thank you all, the class of 2022. The last 4 years have been a journey of ups and downs. We couldn't have done it without each other. We finally made it to graduation. After tonight, some of us might never see each other again. Nobody will be required to go to school 5 days a week for 40 weeks out of the year. Instead, we will be going off on our own paths, making our own decisions on what our futures hold. No more club meetings before school, no more football games, no more awkward hellos in the hallways with someone you regret making eye contact with. All of this will be in the past, but only if we choose to forget it. I hope that we all remember the small moments and successes that have built up our high school experience. Cherish these memories and let them bring you joy down the road. Now, I want everyone to pause and think of a moment in the last 4 years when they were truly present. A moment where you weren't thinking about the next test you had to study for, not thinking about your next sports game, not worrying about what you were doing on a Friday night, just enjoying the moment that you were in. These moments where I was the most present are the ones that I wish I could go back and relive. I wish that I could relive the first day of freshman year. I remember the feelings of nervousness and excitement when I was about to meet my teachers for the first time. That day, everyone told me that these next 4 years would go by really fast. I didn't believe them. I wish that I could go back and hear their advice again, to cherish every moment. I wish that I could relive the times where my friends and I would go play tennis. We'd be outside for hours as the sun started to set and nothing else mattered. I wish that I could relive our Italian field trip to the North End. We watched a street performer, ate pizza, and got to choose where we wanted to get pastries. And I learned that all of the Italian teachers preferred modern pastry over Mike's. I wish that I could relive the day that the field hockey team won the state championship. It was early on a chilly November day last fall, and I knew it would be the last time I was playing field hockey no matter the outcome, which made me want to win even more. I craved the rush of adrenaline it would bring, the feeling that all of our hard work had finally paid off. And it did. We beat Sandwich 1-0 in double overtime. These moments will stick with me forever. I wish that I could relive them over and over again. I'm sure that you can all think of times that you'd want to experience again. Maybe it's when the boys basketball team made it to the state championship this year. Maybe it's a concert that you went to. Maybe it's spending time with your closest friends. And maybe it will be this graduation. No matter how big or small, hold on to these moments. Bask in the happiness that they bring you, and let them be memories that last a lifetime. Remember them. They will bring you joy even on the darkest of days. Whether you are going to the military, getting a job, or going to college, I ask that you take a step back and enjoy the moment that you're in. Let yourself be present. Take pride in the small victories. I've learned that 4 years goes by fast, especially when you are worried about the next thing that you have to do in life. Be present in the moment. One day, you'll wish you could go back and relive these memories. So enjoy them. Congratulations, class of 2022. We've made it this far. I am so excited for what the future holds for all of us. Thank you for all of the memories. I will relive them for the rest of my life. Thank you.
We will now hear a musical performance of When All Is Said and Done by Sadie Courier-Brown from the class of 2022.
Here's to us, one more toast, and then we'll pay the bill. Deep inside, all of us can feel this unknown chill. Birds of passage, you and me, we fly instinctively. When the summer's over and the dark clouds hide the sun, neither you nor I'm to blame when all is said and done. In our lives we have walked some strange and lonely treks, slightly worn dignified and ready for what's next. We're still striving for the sky, no taste for humble pie. Thanks for all your generous love and thanks for all the fun. Neither you nor I'm to blame when all is said and done. It's so strange when you're down and lying on the floor, how you rise, shake your head, get up and ask for more. Clear-headed and open-eyed with nothing left untried, standing calmly at the crossroads, no desire to run. There's no hurry anymore when all is said and done. Thanks for all your generous love and thanks for all the fun. There's no hurry anymore, now all is said and done.
It's my pleasure to welcome to the microphone the salutatorian of the Watertown High School class of 2022, Zachary Paquette.
Good evening. When I was a little kid, I used to like playing with Legos. Legos always came with an instruction book that detailed a step-by-step process on how to build the set. I could never build without this book. I felt like I needed to follow the exact plan that was laid out, or else I was doing it wrong. I never understood the appeal of going off script and building whatever came to me naturally. Maybe I just lacked creativity. Whatever the reason, it felt necessary to do things the way they were designed to be done. But perhaps I should have made more attempts to go rogue with my Legos. Because in our 4 years of high school, we were forced to make things up as we went along. We could no longer follow the guide that previous graduates had left for us, because the pandemic made our experience so distinct. However, that unique journey made the members of this class stronger. Navigating the unprecedented instilled in all of us the importance of resilience. We now know we possess the power to conquer any challenge that appears in our life path. Freshman year feels like a lifetime ago. When I was a freshman, I quickly learned 3 things. 1, it's okay to wear sweatpants every day. 2, avoid the steak and cheese from the cafeteria. And 3, being an upperclassman is the best part of high school. Upperclassmen can sit on the bump in the cafeteria, compete for the most playing time in sports, are well known by teachers and peers, and have fun events planned like junior cruise and prom. As a freshman, I couldn't wait to become an upperclassman. That was until I became one during a time where school was done through a computer screen, and all of a sudden, felt like the best years of high school were being stripped away from me. But as a class, we decided to make the best of things. Our cruise was moved to the fall of our senior year. Sports seasons were altered so certain sports could still be played, and we slowly progressed back into classrooms using a hybrid system. And despite all of these challenges, we all still made it here today, together to our graduation. In our 4 years at Watertown High School, there were a variety of ways in which we chose to commute. Some of us walked to school, and others biked. Some of us drove to school, while others were driven. However, Our first period teachers never asked us how we got to school, because all that mattered was that we made it there on time. It made no difference how we got there. And despite taking a very unique path over the course of 4 years, all of us here today made it to graduation on time, each of us an important and unique part of the class of 2022. A Rubik's Cube can be scrambled in 43 quintillion different ways. There are more ways to scramble a Rubik's Cube than there are grains of sand on the earth. Yet, every single one of those different combinations can be solved. Now, I'll admit, I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. But with enough practice, any randomly scrambled Rubik's Cube can be twisted and turned until it's solved. What can this unassuming, colorful plastic cube teach us? That it does not matter where or how we start our journeys, because there is a path that exists for all of us that leads to our goals. Each one is unique and differs from one another. There are no two identical journeys. Embrace those differences and remember the lessons we learned together. Adversity can be overcome. Overcoming all obstacles will forever be the hallmark of this class. I stand before you today proud of what we've accomplished together. Never forget the pride each of you has in reaching this moment. The road we took here was paved by our sheer determination, individual goals, and with the support of one another. I would like to thank the school and district faculty members, as well as the administrators and teachers for your tireless efforts in support of all students. A special thank you to my family for all of your support in helping me reach this day. And to all of our families, thank you for being a part of this journey through Watertown High School with us. Finally, class of 2022, we have reached the conclusion of our journey together. Thank you for all of the memories, countless moments that will never be replaced in my mind. Always remember to trust the path that you're on. However unorthodox it may be, it is your adventure, and you will find your way to wherever you're destined to go. Thank you.
You'll now hear a musical performance of Everything is Changing by Anna Virilatas by Class of 2022.
Too many things to do and places to go, but it's just the life we choose to not take it slow. It's frightening the years that have gone past, we'll never see them again. Okay, so it just mirrors the sound right now. Like, can't. Yeah. Okay. A little difficult, that's all. Okay, sorry. Take two. It's not playing over there. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Too many things to do and places to go, but it's just the life we choose to not take it slow. It's frightening the years that have gone past, we'll never see them again. and all the things you wish you would say. And isn't it insane to think that everything is changing in front of your eyes, and you'll never get the chance to say goodbye? We're absent-mindedly going about our days, ignorant of the last time I'll see this person's face. It's frightening the years that have gone past, we'll never see them again. All the words you said you can't take back, 'cause they're no longer inside your head. And isn't it insane to think that everything is changing in front of your eyes, and you'll never get the chance to say goodbye? Something about the way the tidal waves change, like a part of me is died, and I never got the chance to say goodbye. It's frightening the years that have gone past, we'll never see them again. Addressing letters to the person I was, 'cause I've loved so much since then. And isn't it insane to think that everything is changing in front of your eyes? Remember to take a chance to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
It is my pleasure to welcome to the microphone the president of the Watertown High School class of 2022, Emma Fallon.
Good evening, students, family, friends, and staff. Thank you all so much for being here today to recognize and congratulate this incredible student body. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emma Fallon, and I had the privilege of being the president of the class of 2022 all 4 years of high school. When I think about it, 4 years is a very long time, and some of us, if not most of us, have been going to school with each other even before then. I attended Lowell Elementary School, which is right up on that hill behind me. It doesn't look like how it used to because it's getting redone, but when I went there, I, like most kids, dreamt about this moment. Right here, right now, as I stand on this stage and talk to you, the class of 2022. I remember wondering what I would look like, what I would act like, if I would be class president, because this was a long-term goal for me, and I remember being so eager to get here, to this moment. And now that I'm here, I just keep thinking about the younger version of myself, the little girl who went to school on that hill behind me, and how she had no idea what she was in for. Over the past few weeks, I've been doing a lot of reflecting in classes and in my free time. Students have brought in yearbooks, shared memories I had purposely blocked out, and reminisced on how we've all changed. If I'm being honest, that last part didn't hit me until just recently. See, I have the unique opportunity of being able to speak to you all one last time before we move on and write the next chapter of our lives. It feels like for forever we've been writing those sorts of chapters together. Each year for the past 13 years, give or take, has come with new challenges, new memories, new lessons, sometimes new friends, new trends, new decisions. And though those chapters may vary depending on the perspective you're hearing them from, I look back and realize we did it all together. Most of us witnessed, if not experienced, Mr. Dugan's Pringle project and some of the breakdowns that came along with it. Some of us spent our first week away from home together in DC. All of us had to go through the trial and errors that were Zoom learning, and many of us used to play on the playground together, ride the bus together, play sports at Vic together, fail tests together, experience extreme loss and victory together. In short, we have grown up together, and though it was something I've always known, it wasn't something I fully realized until I started thinking about us as kids. The little kids who grew up on the hill behind me, or down the street this way or that way, or in a different town, state, or country. Looking back, I realized those little kids have come so far. The class of 2022 was a grade that created new expectations. Right when we walked through the doors, we were recognized as leaders. This year specifically, we stepped up to the plate when the high school needed it most. At a time when everyone forgot what a normal high school experience was like, our grade became dedicated to trying to make the most of it and bring back earlier and new traditions. The class of 2022 pioneered so many of the amazing events that happened this year. Whether it was planning the best homecoming the school has ever had, taking charge of the student section at sports games, or taking any chance we had to bring back school spirit after not being fully in school for a year and a half. We've had groundbreaking sports records this year, many of them being led by seniors. AP classes were maxed out, and so many of the amazing clubs at the high school were founded or led by seniors. This class is one to be proud of, and I couldn't be more thankful to have been a part of it. I am also incredibly grateful for the many people who have made being here today possible. I'd like to thank the school committee and Dr. Godstone for being tirelessly committed to Watertown Public Schools and their students. Similarly, thank you to Mr. Giacobozzi, Ms. Bedreau, Mr. Brewer, and all of the administrators at the high school for their dedication to the students and faculty. Thank you to the nursing staff for keeping us safe throughout trying times. A huge thank you to the custodial and lunch staff. Thank you to guidance counselors and Ms. Tracy. Thank you to all the teachers and coaches at WHS, and also thank you to every single other teacher who has ever taught someone sitting in front of me today. You all teach us more than academic material and are the reason we get to be here. I'd specifically like to take a moment to thank two individuals that have done everything for this class. Glennie and Mastro, we lucked out when we were given you two as advisors. These two gave everything they had into this class, answering emails and questions late at night, planning events or fundraisers in their free time, and being there for students when they needed it outside of school. This class is so lucky to have had two advisors who genuinely care about all of their students. I cannot thank both of you enough. I also would like to thank the other people who I had the pleasure of working alongside for the past 4 years. Thank you to my secretary, Meredith Green, for always offering your help and finding new ideas. Thank you to my vice president, Jesse Cavaretta, for always picking up the slack and stepping up when this class or I need it. And thank you to my treasurer, Carly McCormick. You have worked so hard and so selflessly these past 4 years, and it does not go unnoticed. I give so much credit to these three individuals. They have made everything that has happened for this class possible. But the last thank you I give tonight is the most important one. To the class of 2022, thank you. I'm so proud of every single person in front of me. You made it. We made it. Despite all the challenges that were given to us over the past 4 years, and there were a lot, we all still made it. You did it. You are sitting here today because you put in the work to get here. Our younger selves that are in those yearbooks and memories would be so proud of us for how far we've come, despite all the odds. We are almost done with this chapter of our lives, and when we move on to the next one, we will be writing it on our own this time. I have no doubt in my mind that wherever life takes you after today, you will take it in stride. You will continue to work diligently and enjoy life's pleasures. You will come across new memories, new challenges, new trends. But do me a favor, and don't forget about all the chapters we wrote here, together. Because when we come back in a year or two, and the high school we attended gets torn down and starts to look like the Lowell, that's all we're going to have left. Each other and the memories we've made. The chapters we wrote together. To the class of 2022, I have loved every single moment of growing up with you. It has truly been an honor. I love you guys and congratulations, we made it. Also, TGIF.
Thank you, Emma. All right, my turn. I'll be quick because that cloud's making me nervous. Principals' speeches at graduation are about as predictable as they come. Usually, your principal gets up, pretends like they have it all figured out, and imparts some nugget of wisdom on you that you're supposed to somehow remember 3 years from now when you've lost all motivation to do something like write that term paper or floss your teeth. But honestly, who am I? I don't have it all figured out. Some days, I wonder if I have any of it figured out. None of us do. After all, we are all just grown-up children. Instead, I want to use my time to tell you 3 lessons I've learned from one of the greatest teachers I have ever met. You. Yes, you, the class of 2022. So here goes. Yeah, that's a round of applause, sure. That's good applause, right? Number 1, I've learned to choose to be uncommonly kind. This class is made up of some of the kindest people I have ever met. You had tons of excuses to be grumpy with your high school experience. The COVID shutdown, the loss of school events, swabbing your nose in front of a stranger every Monday morning before you've had your coffee, and myriad others. But you weren't grumpy. You smiled at each other, you took perspective, and you chose kindness. I know it sounds simple. Be nice is what we always say. But in 2022, it is incredibly complex. The competing forces on our kids these days seemingly force them into a posture of being unkind. But this class never took the bait. I wish everyone here could have seen the senior section of our lunchroom this year, known as the Bump. It's a pretty magical space. Students including one another at lunch tables made up of eclectic groups, students sharing food, stories, and laughs, all the while having their phones away without being asked, genuinely engaged with each other. You all have taught me how to approach others with a profound kindness, and I thank you for that. Number 2, I have relearned how important it is to celebrate others. When the student attendance outnumbers adult attendance at our band concerts, when the fan section is jam-packed with children dressed as construction workers, or when the student body, including a packed auditorium attending the musical, lines Columbia Street to welcome our student athletes home, you show that you are the wind in each other's sails. This is a skill many adults have unfortunately lost. We are so wrapped up in our own race that we forget to celebrate the runners to our left and to our right. This skill is life-giving, and in times like these, celebrating others may just make all the difference. You know this, and I thank you for reteaching me and others the joy of cheering on one another. And number 3, always move forward. Over the past 2 years, it has seemed that any progress your class made was stymied by some barrier put in place by new COVID guidelines or the latest surge. But you never took your foot off the gas. You reimagined events and made them happen. Events that signaled that life carries on. Events that brought you closer together, and events that made memories you can cherish forever. For those that have been in my office, on the board is written in big letters the words "Forward, Always." These stand as a permanent fixture, reminding me of the class of 2022's indomitable spirit. Don't lose that spirit. When that paper's deadline is looming, forward, always. When your new job seems overwhelming or your entrepreneurial endeavor is taking longer than expected to meteorically rise, forward, always. Or when you truly don't know how you'll make it over the last obstacle at Paris Island, forward, always. You've taught me this in more than just a win. You've taught me that this is more than just a winner's mentality. This is a recipe for creating joy. These lessons learned make me incredibly proud. What makes me most proud is that we are no longer looking at merely a group of good students. We are looking at great human beings that are soon to flourish outside our walls as adults in our community. Their positivity and hard work will be infectious, permeating our city and beyond. So, to the class of 2022, I say thank you and congratulations. I would like to introduce Dr. Deanne Galston, the Superintendent of Watertown Public Schools.
Almost there. So good evening to our caretakers, friends, and families in the stands out there. Your almost full-on adult children are most fortunate to have you supporting them today and throughout this journey in public education. And of course, to our staff members whose influence extends beyond the classroom and well into their future, they will remember many of you for the rest of their lives. And most importantly, good evening to you, our incredible seniors. At least for a few more minutes, we are here to surround and celebrate and honor each of you, and I have both the privilege and the pleasure of being the Watertown Public Schools Superintendent who gets to speak to this very accomplished graduating class of 2022. It's truly remarkable to reflect upon all that you have done over these past 13 years of your lives. Whether you started with us in kindergarten or became part of the strong Watertown community along the journey, and your particular journey was undeniably like no other. There is a saying that when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well, this graduating class has had more than their share of lemons along the way, with the pandemic being the greatest lemon of them all. I would characterize what you have made in the face of this adversity as some very sweet lemonade. You adapted to many forms of learning other than traditional school, teaching us how to learn and grow and engage better. You supported each other as together we laughed and cried through societal changes and grave losses over these last couple of years. And all in all, you were forced to mature and accept greater responsibility at a far younger age, and each and every one of you rose to the occasion. I've never been more proud of a graduating class than I am of all of you seated before me. And I am also in awe thinking about what you will accomplish as you move your tassels forward into your beautiful, joyful, and limitless futures. But there are other lemons out there that I bring to your attention as you exit your Watertown Public Schools experience. At this critical juncture of your life, the war to preserve a nation's sovereign right rages in Ukraine. And here in our nation, the fight for racial justice continues its 400+ year long struggle. Additionally, we face the reality of climate change and its detrimental impact on generations to come. And we must protect and care for the foundational tenets of our democracy. These challenges and many more require all of you to be curious, to be involved, to be passionate, and to be active members of this great society. We are counting on all of you. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry his own weight, this is a frightening prospect." Throughout your 13+ years of your education, you grew up and you learned to carry your weight with the support and the kindness of your super teachers and your great families. What you choose to do with your freedom is in your hands now. I do know that today you leave Watertown Public Schools well equipped to carry that responsibility, and even better, to soar with it. Congratulations, class of 2022. You are what our nation needs. A resilient, brilliant, tenacious, and responsible generation that understands what it means to be a full participant in our great society and knows how to make some damn good lemonade. Congratulations.
Okay, I promise. Now for the reason we are all here. Dr. Galston, Chairwoman Foley, members of the school committee, and town council, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Watertown High School, I am proud to present to you the students of the Watertown High School class of 2022. I hereby certify that each of them has fulfilled the requirements for graduation and is worthy to be called a graduate of Watertown High School. Please welcome the Watertown High School guidance counselors, Miss Adrienne Eaton, Miss Amber Edwards, Miss Kimberly Osborne, Mr. Fabian Rivera, and Miss Catherine Slayton, who will be reading the list of graduates. Mr. Rivera will read our first set of graduates. We humbly ask that you hold your applause until the end of all of our graduates. All right.
Oh, there we go. I was about to yell. Show goes on. All right, Taylor Allen Lambo. Zachary Hero Paquette. Emma Lindsay Fallon. Jesse Francis Cavaretta. Carly Morgan McCormick. Meredith Pauline Green. Millicent Ann Aboud. Mark Abized Daoud. Did I get it? Jasmine Amani Afani. Koish Ahmed. Mahira Ahmed. Mashaim Ahmed. Alishpa Christelle Amin. Mason Benjamin Andrade. Mary Anush Ashbayan. Ariana Rose Afiero. Gabriel Avadiz Avakian. Yarin Basboga. Bailey O'Connell Burney. Livia Frady Brando. Teresa Elizabeth John Cabral. Karis Elizabeth Kofua. Colin Vincent Campbell. Margaret Ann Kavanagh. Philip Richard Santola. Paula Cepeda Taco. William Cohen Connolly. Laura Catherine Cordero. Michael Thomas Cormier Luce. May Gelbin Court. Joseph Rocco Catone. Madison Lee Cummings. Sadie Elizabeth Courier Brown. Maria Victoria Lima da Silva. Gregory Aram Davidian. Edgardo Raúl de la Cruz Chambergo. Emmanuel Felipe Oliveira Carvalho. Did I get that right? Marcelo Candido de Oliveira. Walif de Paula. Ali Dia. Devin Diaz. Matthew Stephen Taduka. Brendan Sean Donovan. Zainab Druzy. Ana Ruth Duarte Cordero.
Antonia Grace Erickson. Melissa Nicole Escamilla Flores. Catherine Rose Penzar Fabian. Claire Elizabeth Penzar Fabian. Sean Francis Finn. Sophia Raquel Garapetian. Audrey Ann Oliva Garland. Manka Hajieva. Joseph Patrick Haggerty. Daniela Andrea Hagopian. Anas Muhammad Al-Haloui. Benjamin Harrison Heap. Fatima Haidari. Mona Ali Hujazi. Noah John Hujazi. Victoria Hobanesian. Eleni Sarah Hum.
Daira Yesenia Himon. Jenna Juliana Brasso Johnson. William Anthony Jokic. Jack Christopher Jones. Catherine Jumba. Elise Kamkow. Lena Marie Karaguzian. Hirusha Karunaratne. Eva Carter Kelleher. Teju Kim.
Evelyn Knipper Davis. David Kostikian. Neve Amelie Krasnow. Pierre Paul Frederick Labossiere. Anthony James Lampasona. Devlin Alexandra Loader. Bianca Romina Lopez Polanco. Sabrina Xiomara Lopez. Malcolm Thomas McDonald. Michael Anderson McNeil. Alejandro Harry Maguire. Rio Joseph Maguire. Tobias Christopher Magzelsi. Amir Hassan Mahmood. Gianna Rose Mariano. Nathan Eli Master. Sean Anthony James McCusker. Marissa De La Viera Morales. Mercy Daliana Mejia Pocon. Ana Maria Michaelides. Ellie Marie Monahan. Luis Henry Moda. Gatendwe Moyo. Arman Narendra Nagaraj. Kayo Negrelli. Isabella Joy Nitschke. Jared Thomas Norton. Patrick Subuga.
Kara Ann O'Neill. Dejan Sanchez. Melissa Elizeth Orozco Barrios. Colin Owens. Ronak Patel. Adam Christopher Patterson. Andrea Elizabeth Pinales. Camden Reed. Lema Rafai. Beatrice Oliveira Rocha. Lucas Rogi. Christina Isabel Romero. Nathaniel Rosario. Patrick Joseph Rourke III. Lambert Russo. Ray Soto. Yunel Jr. Soto. Ramon Marshall Sara. Sargis Sadrakian. Ivy Rose Williams Seek. Shivani Sharma. Lucy Simonian. Joseph Scott Spinelli. Aram Stepanian. Ari Stepanian. Laura Elizabeth Terry. Nathan Elias Theodore. Willow Thompson. Alex Tune. Tyler Michael Temperio. Eric Tigran Tonian. Cesar Jose Torres. Mariana Michelle Urizar. Maria Bello Vasquez. Dante Michael Venezia. Gregory Stephen Venizelos. Anna Raliotis. Justin Wu. Burfin Yalson. Ivani Santos. Robert Yervant Yildirim. Kainat Yusuf. Steve Yu. Derek Zamora. Sydney Zoberg.
Let's give one more round of applause for the class of 2022. Our graduates to make it through the photo line. I have a few thank yous. I want to thank to the school committee, central office administrators, elementary principals, middle school principals. Thank you for all you have done for these students and families. I want to take a second to thank Miss Anne-Marie Boudreau, assistant principal, for her 12 years of service to Watertown High School. We thank you for all you've done on behalf of the students and families. Miss Boudreau, if you'd come up. I won't make you give a speech. Next, none of this ceremony happens without the planning and efforts of Miss Linda Tracy and her amazing team. So we want to thank Miss Linda Tracy. Come on up. Where are you? Oh, there you go. really none of this happens without our amazing WHS faculty and teachers. Would you please stand and receive your applause? You have all worked tirelessly during what is arguably the hardest generation in educational history, and we thank you so much. All right, I would like to invite Madam President back on stage, Emma Fallon.
Wait, also, do they stand up? Okay, so I'd say, I would now like to invite the class 2022 to stand up. Should I? Okay. Hi, again. I would now like to invite the class of 2022 to please stand up and flip your tassels from right to left. Congratulations!
And that concludes our graduation exercises.